Hey world, welcome to Come to Mama. I've been gone for a couple days. I had posted some videos last week and something really weird happened. Um, it's probably my technology. Technology might be going a little crazy right now. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to come in tonight and I wanted to nurture some souls. I'm going to start off by pulling a couple of cards or a card. We'll see. And I'm going to pull from Cosmic Journey Oracle. Ooh. All right. Let's see what wants to come out and give us a good topic of discussion tonight. Spirit, how can we nurture some souls tonight? Give me some information to nurture some souls tonight or this morning. Yeah, it's still PM. It is still tonight. Usually I'm getting, well, something came out. Enter one step forward, one step onward. You don't need to see the full path. Okay, let's read what this means. And this is number 12. Enter one step forward, one step onward. You're in a thick you're in a thick fog right now. You can see only a few feet ahead of you, and that's all you need. Instead of knowing each move exactly which steps to take and in which order, realize that when you walk forward, the next step will be revealed to you. This is a journey of one step forward and one step onward. You are being asked to enter your perfect path awaiting you, without reservation and without hesitation. So, the cosmic analyst question: what is the next step I can take right now? And then, what is the next? And then, what is the next step? And then it says, ask someone to be your accountability partner to ensure what you make your next step forward without over planning or overthinking it. You know, this is really profound because I had class tonight and that's what we were talking about was our life paths, and we were trying to we were learning actually about how to use our astrological path. Excuse me, my hair is all over the place. I'm getting ready to head to bed, so I'm getting comfortable like mamas do before they go to bed. Anyway, we were learning tonight our path, um, our life paths, and how to figure out on your birth chart, you know, what your path is and what you came here to do. And um, my professor, the way that she explained it now was exactly what this card says, excuse me, and that is that, you know, you won't know the ending result of what your path is. You just know when you're on your path because it just opens up for you, it unfolds for you, right? So when you incarnated here, your soul came here for a purpose. You know, you decided that before you got here. And the interesting thing about it is that you don't come here knowing. You have to pay attention. And I guess the best way we learn is through our experiences, right? So when something's not for us, it hurts. And when something is for us, it's feels great. It's um it helps you grow. It's just simple as that. It's really that simple. I know that there's a lot of other contributing factors in the situation, but for those of us who have been in relationships that were not good for us, there were red flags and there were things that we should have been paying attention to, you know, probably years before or the very beginning of the situation. But a lot of times when we don't want to focus on ourselves, we'll focus on somebody else and we'll depend on somebody else for our happiness. And that's called being codependent. And, you know, the really reason why those relationships are not healthy are because you can never really focus on you because you're always worried about holding on to someone else and probably trying to make them change to be whatever it is that you need them to be. However, you shouldn't make anybody be what you need them to be. If you love them, if you like them or are attracted to them for who they are, then let them be who they are, and they should allow you to do the same. And in most cases, the relationship is um, both people are codependent. Then we get into creating these, you know, families, children. We end up, building together, which makes it just that much harder to detach, and leave the situation because of all these material things and emotional, creations like children that we created. That you're not really going to ever be done with that person even if you guys do split. And not only that, that it's going to be hard for a while for you to, accept the fact that it's over. And so you still have to see the person, you still have to deal with them. And most times the terms are not under any good circumstances. It's usually because both people are hurt, they're retaliating against each other and trying to hurt each other even more. And so it's really, really hard for us to see our way out of certain things and situations. And so when I say that we'll take a detour off our road of what we are supposed to do in our lives, it's um, it could be years that we lose, but it's never too late. So what I would suggest is people getting a birth chart read, um, or I would suggest that you know, pay the money and get it done because I'm learning how it helps you, it gives you a blueprint about your life. And when I knew we were going to be doing this class tonight, and they said, "Oh, just pay attention to your second house, your sixth house, and your 10th house." But it was more in depth than that because you need to understand which house is the ruler, so which planet rules the house, also what zodiac sign is in that house, right? And then you need to understand what the zodiac sign means, what is its energies, right? And so I'm learning how to do it now. I'm in the process of learning how to do it. So eventually, I think that that's something that I will do to help people figure out life path. If you're young and or old, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's not necessarily relationships that are holding you back. It but it but your birth chart will show you some of the energies that you're weak in that you need to work on. And if you know better, you do better. So, I just find it interesting pulling that card tonight because I just literally got out of class like 30 minutes ago, and that's what we were just covering about, our life paths, what we came here to do. Um, you know, how to go about figuring it out, understanding who we are as people, and then also understanding the traumas in our lives that have caused us to have these blockages so that we can't stay on task or on the path. We have a lot of blockages from our early childhood and even some past lives. And no one ever said it was going to be easy when you incarnated into this life, but you did choose to come here, and you just really don't know what the end result's going to be. But I do know this, and I believe this, that when you are on your path and you are on task, that the universe does meet you where you need to be and provide all that you need. On top of that, you tend to be much more happier because you're doing something that feels and feels right, is successful, and you're also more than likely, in a lot of cases, helping the greater good of the planet. You know, what is the greatest good for all, and how can I serve? Those are questions that I ask myself a lot. And I've been saying that for a long time. And since I've been asking these specific questions and I've been on my spiritual journey and path, I have actually got enough um, courage to walk away from situations that no longer serve me, situations that weighed my heart down so heavy that I felt guilty leaving, situations where, people take advantage of me because of my kindness or because they knew that, I was, well, they considered me to be weak, but really what they were doing was vamping off of my energy and using me. And I didn't know how to, um, you know, have boundaries. So I'm learning now how to have boundaries. And I have, what has happened is surprisingly, and it shouldn't surprise me. I'm just saying that things dropped away that that weren't supposed to be in my life anymore. And some of those things I wanted, but I have to trust that, I'm being guided for the greatest good for all, and for myself. I want to have great things for myself and my family. And so, what I'm learning is about me and what I need to do. And so, what I suggest to, what I'd like to do is cheerlead people on to seek to know yourself in any way that you can. Because when you do that and you learn, things that aren't supposed to be around you anymore go away. It's like you learn a lesson and you move on to the next level, is what it is. You move on to the next level of learning, because we never stop learning. We're always students of the universe, but we can master, things that we have strength in to be the greatest good for us. And so, in specific, when you're living your life paths, everything is taken care of for you. You have the provisions that you need to move forward, you have the people around you that are going to help you. Now, don't think you don't get tested, because you do get tested at times. An old lover will come back, someone that you had so much passion for, and that, maybe they just disappeared. And, your heart hurted for them for a long time, but you finally got strong enough and you finally realized that, even though you didn't get closure, you finally realized, like, okay, this wasn't for me. This is really to teach me to love myself more, to value myself more when others come to me with that same type of behavior. Because really, in all actuality, I truly feel that when people do such things like friends or lovers or even family members, when they come to you and they portray themselves a specific way to pull you in and draw you in, and then they, psychologically, they'll push you away or disappear on you. It's really them and their insecurities, but it turns around and it affects you in so many ways, because you kind of got addicted, or you've got drawn in to a point where you want to keep having the same interaction with these people, whether it's healthy or not. So another thing is to know your weaknesses. And my brother said that to me a long time ago. Know your weaknesses. And it really is important. And another way to find that out is look at your relationships that were not good in your life or are not good in your life. And also get your birth chart pulled to find out, what is going on in your life. It's crazy. It's like Eureka when you find out certain things. You're like, wow, that is me. Wow, I do need to change that about me. Or, wow, that used to be me. And with the work that I've been doing, it definitely, I have changed. And now I have an understanding, and now I can do better. And I can also see things coming from a mile away. So I will pass that test when it comes around. right? I will walk through this life with love and even with my heart open, with the understanding that I have the tools to protect myself if I need to. I can pull those boundaries at this point. I can see a con man coming from a mile away, and even if I don't, even if right away they're trying to deceive me, the truth will always come out, and I trust that, and I trust that I have protection around me who I will see it, because we're not the same people anymore. Once we start, ascending and moving forward on our path, we're not the same people anymore. We change and things fall away that are not supposed to be in our lives any longer, with the possibility of sometimes just being tested just to make sure, you know so I would like to pull a couple of tarot cards tonight too for the collective, just to get a little bit more of a that was very interesting, that card came up. Um, let's see. Ooh, what popped up was the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands represents waiting for results, um, make a choice, travel plans. Maybe somebody's making some travel plans. Um, Maybe they're on their spiritual journey, and ooh, these two jumped out. So we have the Eight of Wands, which is speed. It's speedy. Somebody's making a speedy communication or something. You'll have a speedy communication, and then we have the Two of Swords. So the Eight of Wands represents self-imposed restrictions. I No, that's not it. Yes, it is. Oh, the Eight of Wands, self-imposed restrictions, isolation, imprisonment. That's the Eight of Wands. Well, and it could also look like it could also mean, I've seen that it's meant communication, in a fast way. You see the birds flying along with the rods flying in the air. So something's trying to get to you and communicate to you, right? And then we have the Two of Swords. So we have two twos here, which represent balance. So the Two of Swords represents um, time to compromise and make a decision. And so this really is interesting because the Two of Wands is waiting for results and make a choice for travel plans. And maybe we're making a choice for our life plans, our life path, which, will require us to travel, or to travel, um, make a choice, make a decision, figure it out, right? And then, if this could mean self imprisonment, the Eight of Wands could mean um, self defense, protect against competition. No, that's not it. That's seven of so eight of wands. Sorry, guys. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. I was right in the first place. The eight. I should not second guess myself. The Eight of Wands is speed, action, quick change, news arrives. And then you have the Two of Swords, which means time to compromise and to make a decision. So, again, put that foot forward and then that other foot forward, you know, make some decisions, ask your spirit guides, whatever your belief system is, your ancestors, whoever it is, ask for guidance, because this is going to be a quick action, quick change, news and arrivals, and you're going to have to make a decision. Oh no, what happened? No, 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 no. I hope I'm still there. Oh, I accidentally went to another screen. Sorry. And you're going to have to make a decision on which way you want to move. Don't fret, just put the foot forward. You'll know if it feels right or not. If it even means that you may have to leave something that you're not happy with, like a job, the universe is there to support you. Again, it is important though that we do some thought and maybe seek some help to find out what it is that we should be doing in this life. Okay. And then I have a book. I don't have all the crystals. So what I was gonna do is I was just gonna pick a page and then read off what that crystal means, because it might be one that you may need right now to help you. So I'm gonna pick the first one I just picked was called a petalite. Okay. And a petalite is a clear white, pink, gray, reddish white, greenish white, quartz like striated, iridescent, usually small. Okay, let's read what the attributes are. Petalite is another stone for the New Age. It is sometimes known as the angel stone because it enhances angelic connection with the high, pure vibration. Petalite opens to cosmic consciousness. It aids in spiritual purification. This is a protective stone that enhances meditation and attunement. It takes you to a very calm and clear spiritual dimension from which causes from which causes can be ascertained and transmuted. It is particularly useful for ancestral and family healing as it reaches back to a time before the dysfunction arose. Petalite is a shamanistic stone. It provides a safe environment for spiritual contact or for a vision quest. Its activities and energies the process and at the same time grounds during spiritual activity. The stone calms the aura and opens the throat and higher crown chakras, linking to high spiritual vibrations. It moves you beyond your present metaphysical abilities, linking you to the highest levels of spiritual knowing and facilitates speaking of what you see during spiritual visions. So even a small petalite is an extremely potent as an elixir. And so this is what it looks like. There you can see it. It's kind of maybe a off-white color. There probably are many different types of colors that are similar to it. Anyway, so petalite is the crystal that we chose for tonight. Look into it. So again, the message tonight is put one foot forward and the other one after, and keep moving, and you will see. You know, you will be on your path, and it will meet you. All right. One thing I wanted to leave with you is something that was taught to me by one of my teachers in school. It was a song, and I hope I remember it. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm going to say it. And I think it's like it came from Ireland or Europe somewhere, but it's a song. And so it says, may the road rise up, my friend, to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face today, and the rain fall soft upon your heels. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hands. Good night.